in that parliament. The happiest people is the DA because it's the biggest winner out of this GNU sellout government. President Ramaphosa has once more sold out South Africa like he did in 1994 when he did not attend Nelson Mandela's inauguration, which today he speaks very highly of him for opportunistic reasons. So we as the EFF are going to consolidate the progressive forces in this parliament and make sure that we hold this government accountable. We give this government just a year, and if it doesn't collapse within a year, it will not go beyond 2 years. We see that the man that is not for the state. The man is for the private sector. The man is for multinational companies. But what makes me happy is that you can see that is a wounded buffalo. We told you South Africa will eat this elephant piece by piece, and you saw it for yourself today. That confidence and that arrogance of February has gone through the window. And today, the man speaks like a man who has got no confidence and belief in what he's talking about. I won't be shocked tomorrow if I'm told that that speech was written by Helen Zille, because the DA kept on clapping until the last full stop. Sical neoliberal coalition led by the DA. This is not led by the ANC. Helen Zille is the crafter of everything that is happening here. So Gauteng said we are not going to be Makabane ka Helen Zille, and therefore refused that and will support them because that is a brave move. The ANC should have opted for minority government if it did not want to work with progressive forces. Instead, they decided to go in bed with reactionary forces who still have blood of our people on their hands.
We'll come together and find a coalition that works, that engages, that finds each other. Isn't half of our problem here that we just, if the leaders, you guys, can't find each other, that the population's going to say, well, they bicker too much, I'm going to just stay with the ANC or not vote at all?
It's not half of the problem, it's all of the problem. Let me make you an example. Helen Zille went on TV 2 days ago, and she said, I told you I want to steal. I want to do tenders only. I'll tell you why she said it, but she said I was with Corney, and then my lawyers reached out to Corney. He gave an affidavit. He said, I was there. Gaten has never said that. But I was standing with Herman Mashaba, and he's the next speaker. You can ask him. And Helen Zille, if Helen Zille walk in here now and I walk there and she greets me, I will shake her hand because I think that's just a decent thing to do. Herman Mashaba was standing next to me. We are about to negotiate a coalition. We need Action SA. She needs Action SA more than us. John Steenhuisen says, I'm a green gangster. Herman Mashaba says, don't vote for that gangster party. The result come out 4 days thereafter we have the coalition, 3 days thereafter we have the coalition meeting. John Steenhuisen come to me. He gives me a gift. He gave me a cigar, if I remember so. So I said to him, thank you, I shall revenge your gift. And I shook his hand and we shared jokes because I understood it was campaigning. I went to stand by Herman Mashaba. Helen Zille walks in. She takes my hand. I greet her. Herman Mashaba pulls out his hand, stretches out his hand. She refused to take that hand. She refused. Because he's the same man that you need his vote like a diabetic person is insulin. She needed that vote that moment. How do we start? No, that is madness. Musi was the best chance. Musi brought black people. Not the black people that she envisaged he will bring. But Musi is a great guy, let me tell you. Musi is a flippin' great guy. I don't like his politics, but as a person, he's relatable. He speaks to white people. He speaks to black people. We all see a part of us in Musi. She got rid of Musi. She got rid of Musi. She got rid of Mashaba. Now you want to tell me what I'm saying here today. Alec, that's exactly the problem. We are scared to pinpoint where our problem lies. I will not go in 2024. There's no government that will be formed in this country without the Patriotic Alliance. Whoever will form a government, and it's not wishful thinking, what's happening in the city of Joburg? If I decide tomorrow we want to leave, that government will collapse. That's what's going to happen in 2024. And I'm saying on this stage in Buzz News, for as long as Helen Zille is there, we will never go into a coalition. We will go with the ANC. Because we can't go and give the South African society to a person that must be with the grandkids and not bigger with us like we are grandkids. See the problem. Why didn't you ask Corne? The Freedom Front Plus. People are going to tell me, how could you praise the Freedom Front Plus? And I'm going to repeat it. The Freedom Front Plus is being seen by our people in my party as a racist party. I can say it on this stage today. I've met the leader of the Freedom Front Plus. I've met Corne Mulder. They are not racist. They are fighting a just cause. And if they tell, Helen Zille says I want money. We just want to get more than the EFF. We've beaten the EFF. There was, in the past 9 by-elections, the EFF beat us twice. We beat them 7 times. So I'm just going on scientific numbers, not on head. We beat them 7 times. I want to beat Julius Malema because Julius Malema is the last thing this country needs. Julius Malema is a racist to the core. Julius Malema says, kill the boer, kill the farmer. But Julius Malema, when my deputy president, Kenny Kunene, called him a cockroach, we are spending more than 2 million because he took us to court. He's offended. Imagine in the constitutional court, we're talking about, is he a cockroach or not? We are 2 million rands down. 2016, the most powerful man in this country was Julius Malema. President Jacob Zuma was telling me a story. He said he spoke to Obama. And he told Obama something. Obama said to him, yeah, I hear what you're saying, Mr. Zuma. What is Julius saying? So Julius was very powerful, but
and now she's already playing politics instead of putting the country first. I am saying, PA, you know, I walked over there with a vote. I must tell you something. I walked over there, I started to laugh. I told one of the ANC leaders, hey, this thing of GNU is hard. I'm doing this for my country. I'm going to vote for this speaker of them, Ms. Lotridge. Then President Ramaphosa calls me, like, what did you say to them when they laughed like that? I said, hey, President, for the sake of the country, I'm going to vote for the DA for the first time here today. I even said, can I see who this lady that I'm going to vote for? I did it for country duty. Our country needs, we are at the stage where we either die or we rise.
You voted for them in Johannesburg, though.
And that was in 2020.
After 2016.
And what happened? No, they voted for us too. And what happened when they were trying to control us?
You left.
We left because you see, my brother, my father, and my grandfather, they said Yabas, Yabas. You see me, I can never say Yabas.
Never say that. So,
and the people that I lead, they can't say It us. Voters are looking at us. And she has just decampaigned the ANC big time. That they must report to. Imagine people go past the DA and vote ANC to hear a week thereafter that the very ANC they voted for can't move. Who I was speaking to? It is racism. It is this white supremacist attitude that she has. She has no business. She's not only embarrassing Cyril Ramaphosa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, she's also embarrassing her own president. In the PA, imagine if one of the negotiators go and talk this nonsense. In the PA, the negotiator will be gone. So she must be gone. Can't hit you over the head. And when you have a headache, I come with tablets. That's what she does. She insults the ANC, she humiliates all of us. She says, I need a permission to be part of something I have been invited to. Imagine people are getting married there, they're inviting all of us, and then people say, why don't you ask me permission for Gayton to be at this wedding? What nonsense is that? You see all those people there, John Steenhuisen, Mr. Thabisa, Mr. Groenewald, President Ramaphosa, we've never said anything against each other. Let us hit the problem where it is. Let's not skirt around the issue. If there's one drug user in the house that's breaking the furniture, we mustn't say that family breaks the furniture. We must identify the Nyaupe addict in the house. Helen Zille is the Nyaupe addict in this house. She is coming here and we must call her out. We can't tiptoe around this old woman that must be with the grandchildren. Me, they better take me now out of the GNU because this woman will never control me. If she's used to controlling non-white people, it's kind of fast loop. By me. If she's already trying to control me before I'm in the door, who's she? Then they must rather tomorrow or whenever we meet the president weekend, he must tell me, I'm going to tell him, because I can't be controlled. I'm not my grandfather. I grew up seeing my father saying Yabas, neighbors. My father was slapped by white people in front of me. Now I must come, this old woman must come tell me, we don't want you here. Who's she? Is this a house this? No, me. Then for the sake of peace, for the sake of her going on with her supremacist ideas to control and want black people to ask her permission, the PA must just gently, because ons paisani.
And in conclusion, I want to leave you with something to think about here. Nelson Mandela was the hero of everyone. Today, Nelson Mandela is the hero of foreigners and white people only. Don't believe what I'm telling you. Who's still celebrating in the black community Nelson Mandela Day? Not even the government. Go speak to our kids, they tell you he's a sellout. And I'm saying to you today, Nelson Mandela is no sellout. You white people turned him into a sellout. You turned Nelson Mandela into a sellout because he took your word. He went to us and said the Springbok emblem should remain. He went to us and said, you guys must work together. Afrikaners are good people. Look at where we are today. Look at this room. This is the strongest indictment on where we are. This is a business room. You can count 3 black people in this room. And that's how the JSE looks. That's how business looks. We are nowhere. You guys are everywhere. You've not reciprocated as white people what Mandela has done to you. And you can get as angry as much as you like. But the truth of the matter is, if you sit here and you think black people will forever remain in poverty, colored people will forever remain in poverty, you are making the biggest miscalculation of your life. But your children are going to pay for that. How do we fix that? You need somebody that will come in this country and say, no more unions in this country. All unions should go to hell. There can't be unions in a country with the highest unemployment figure in the world. All unions should go to hell. Number 2, you need somebody like me,